Hey folks, well today I would like to try and put some rubber matting on my running boards. I have a 1935 Ford Convertible Sedan, and I'm ready to put some rubber matting on there without having to go buy new running boards or have this professionally installed. Some of you may have seen Rusty's Resurrections. They did a YouTube video, and it's, oh hey, this looks pretty easy, the results looks decent, so I thought I would give that a try. And I thought I would do this video because it was not quite as easy, or it doesn't appear to be as quite as easy for me to do in my case as Rusty did in his video when he put these rubber mats on. So I'll walk you through a little bit of this and show you what problems I had and how I tried to address it. Okay? Now, if you watch Rusty's video, he got this ribbed rubber matting. I got it from Home Depot. He got it from Home Depot as well. 27 inches wide, 12 feet long. It's pretty thin or flexible. Does it say it doesn't say right here clearly of the thickness, but it's not too thick, so it applies or moves pretty easily. So I'm going to give this a shot and see what happens. So I have kind of a very similar setup to what Rusty did, and basically, he put contact cement on the top and on the matting. Very carefully, he lined this up, he set it down, hold it like this. Well, actually, he did it this way. He used this aluminum bar to get it all straight and perfect. Took his time, did a good job, set it like that. And then he rolled his running board over, smoothed it out, flipped it over. Hey, it looked pretty good. And I ran into a problem when I tried to do it. Let me show you. Okay, so here's my running board. And basically what you see here, if we look down on it, is that it's not perfectly straight going all the way down. Now, whether or not the running board, it's the original running board, whether or not it got bent, I really don't know. But you can see there's a little bit of a gap this way. And if we run down on this side, there's a little bit of gap on this, so it's not straight. Plus, if I go ahead and flip this over, a little focus on it there for me. You see, it's kind of like that running board has got a little bit of a curve to it. It's not real flat. Now, maybe over the years, people stepping on it and stuff, it loosened up or something. But if I look at it this way, you see the sun's in the way. It's a pretty substantial bend to it. So how am I going to do this? Because if it has that bend to it, I'm not so sure when you lay that flat that it's going to be real easy with the contact cement. So that's my challenge. We'll see how I make out. Here, let me show you one other thing. Here with my 35 Ford, there's a little bit of a ridge here. And as we go across, it probably doesn't see too well in the camera, but there's a ridge there. And then there's another ridge here, just a slight ridge. And then another ridge right along the end there. So I thought, well, gosh, maybe I'll just have the mat go from this ridge down to that ridge and just have this the color of the car. But, after thinking about it, I just said, no, I don't think I'll like the look of that. Because if we go over here and look at the car, I would not have the mat come all the way to the passenger door. It would stop right about here, and I don't think that would look so well. So I'm going to go and try to put the mat down from this end all the way to that end. And keep my fingers crossed. I'll show you how I'm going to try this. And let's see if it works. Okay, so this is my plan. This probably's got a 60% chance of being successful. And, but hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'm willing to give it a shot. This is what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and put the contact cement in stages. So I'm going to run some contact cement on this portion here first, just maybe up to this curve, all the way down. And I'm going to try and leave this top with no contact cement. I'll do that second step. So the thought is, let me try and put the contact cement on this surface here first, and then I'll add some more contact cement, you know, and I have to let it cure as I wrap it around. So what I'll do is I'll put the contact cement here, and I'll put it on the mat. I've put a mark here, and I got one down on the other side here, so I know I'll do this the same on this side, so I know where to apply the contact cement. And then I'll enlist the help of a helper to set that down, lift it up, and set it right down by those marks as best we can. We'll push down on this. Then we'll flip it over, smooth it out. Now the thing that I think, probably the thing I'm going to have is that when I roll this edge up over, you know, because there's a curve to this, I'm probably going to have I don't think it's going to sit real well, right? You with me on that? But, you know, you cut a slit perhaps, but this isn't too flexible, so it doesn't stretch a whole lot. But what the heck? I'm willing to give it a shot and see what happens. Okay, I had another thought here. A slightly different approach to it. Bear with me here. But because there's a slight bow in here, if I flip this over, you know, I can't really push down to make contact with the, here, I'll show you. We flip this over. And imagine there's contact cement on both sides, you know, it's not going to touch. Even pushing down, it's not going to touch. So that idea is not going to work. So, put this back up. Balance that right there for a minute. So I've actually traced out, you know, the area I'm going to try and apply the contact cement to. So I'm going to put the contact cement in here, and then I'm going to put it on here. I will not roll the contact cement over the edge. That will be step 2, if this works at all. And then I'll get a volunteer here to help me pick this up. Flip it over and smooth it out. Trying to keep those lines as straight as possible. This should be fun. Okay, so I drew an outline of the matting, and we're ready to try the glue process. You put some contact cement here. I've roughed up the paint here and used a tack cloth to get all the dirt off of it. So the plan is to put some contact cement here, some contact cement here, And then we're going to flip it over. Well, let's see how this works out. Okay, start our 25-minute timer. Just for a little bit more explanation. See, we put a marker right there, that black mark. So that's going to help me line this up. There's one on this side. And so then we have that white mark there. And coming down here, that white mark there. So when we flip it over, we're going to line the white mark up with that, and hopefully then we get a fairly straight run. So that's the plan. Let's see what happens. Okay. Move this way. No, like that. Because here's our mark. Whatever is comfortable for you. You line up the mark with the, and then pull it tight.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Okay. You need to pull that on your side?
Yeah. And let's let it down. Yeah. Excellent. Thanks, babe.
You're welcome. Good job.
Looks good. Couldn't have done it without you. Okay, here's my next step. I flipped the running board over, and I'm going to now contact cement in here, and then back along this edges and bring this up. I'll trim that a little bit more in this too. Now there's a little bit of a curve there, so I put a slit, so that'll come up like that. And that'll get pinched between the body and the running board. So, okay, let's see how this goes. Wish me luck, guys. Okay. Well, let's give it 15-20 minutes to dry, and we'll see how this works. Well, my camera either ran out of battery or I didn't turn it on, but I folded it over and just clamped it here to kind of hold it. So far, so good. We can do the other on the other side. All right. A little closer look at what we got going here. I'll still need to do this. And, you know, I'll punch the holes out from this side, so it shouldn't be a problem. And then we'll glue up these pieces as well. That might be a little interesting in there, that curve, but we'll figure that out. I think this is going to work, at least for me. Okay, I'm on the final step. I'm going to put some contact cement in here to glue these pieces down. This whole edge is holding up good. You know, fold in those. And likewise, do some contact cement here too. And this will all be pinched between the body. So, I think it should work out just fine. All right, back to work. Okay, I'm touching up these last couple pieces. All right. My only concern is this edge right here. It's holding most places, but not all the way across. We'll get to that. Need to do a little bit more trimming there. Okay. Once I've given it some time to cure, to set, I'll flip it over. We'll check it out. Okay, here's an update on the running board. I went ahead and cut out all these holes for the mounting. It's all holding up pretty good so far. I'll flip it over here. I got a little bit, I got to touch up that and trim this piece. But the other challenge I have is you see this edge not quite holding. But I think I got a solution for that, so I'll share that with you in a bit. Actually, I ordered something. I gotta wait for it to get here. But that's what it looks like from the top side. I like it. I like it. I like it. I think this is gonna work for me. Okay, I'm back with you all. I'm pleased with how this came out. However, I'm a little concerned with this area right here on this rip. It's folded over when being held by contact cement, but I wasn't sure, my experience with contact cement, how that's going to hold up over time. So I went to this place, Steele Rubber products, and I ordered some of this stuff, which I think is just what the doctor ordered. So I'm going to put that on here, and hopefully it will hold up over time and that won't come off. Let's see how it works. And take this edge here. Oh yeah. It's nice, tight fit. I want a tight fit so it doesn't fall over, come off. Hey babe, look at this, it's working great. So I'm just pushing this rubber down to hold the matting into place. And that's, folks, how I hope I can hold this formatting in place. Let's go test fit it. Okay, and I did a test fit. This is what it's going to look like. I'm pleased. All right. And from the other side. Okay. The pace car has running boards with rubber.